No Hipsters Pod.
I tried to cook some fries, and they were frozen, and I put them in the grease, and the little ice was on them, so it started. I thought I was gonna burn the house down. It's a very, very traumatic experience. Every time I try to cook, it's disastrous.
Episode 45, No Hipsters Pod. It's your boy Ronte, the founder of NoHipstersAllowed.com. And this week, our co-host is my girl, Thevey Felix. Say what's up.
Hey, y'all. Hey, it's Thevey.
Welcome back.
Why are you laughing at me, Ronte?
Because I already know this is about to be a shit show. Just judging from the last time you were here. But all right,
I just have to say, I was right.
Yeah, you were.
Right.
You were.
Okay.
You were. Actually, you know what? Let's talk before we even talk about any topic. You called it as far as men not having to pay for their actions. He never really felt the weight of what he did.
But what man in the industry does?
True.
What man in the industry actually faces the weight of their actions until they're fucking old, like R. Kelly or Bill Cosby?
And Bill Cosby literally was let out that week. And he was your example. Do you remember?
Yes, he was my example. And literally.
And even that didn't hold up.
Okay.
Oof.
And now I was also right about straight men being very homoerotic.
Shit. All right. You know what?
It's just, I just want to say, everyone listening, it's practically like I'm psychic. So.
Well, you know what? On that note, because I think I know what you're referencing there, so let's get right to the topics. Let's talk about DaBaby, who performed at Rolling Loud, which was basically a super spreader event in Miami this past Sunday. And he performed, and so much wrong with his performance. But let's tackle the main issue that has grabbed the headlines and just keeps on giving, and that is his ad lib.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas.
Lights up.
Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air.
Let's be real about this shit.
Yeah, keep it fucking real.
Some of y'all niggas suspect as a motherfucker. Let's be real.
Since then, of course, he's been dragged on the internet, and a couple people have spoken out against him. Dua Lipa, who has a hit song with him that's currently number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, has spoken out against him. And supposedly she's actually unfollowed him as well on Instagram. And Demi Lovato has also spoken out against him. Elton John. It's funny. As soon as I heard the HIV comments, I actually knew it was a matter of time before Elton John spoke up, because he's been a big AIDS activist over the years and trying to get people to be more aware about the disease and to, basically kill the stigma around it and help people get access to treatment. So he spoke out earlier today.
And when Elton John speaks out, I mean, he is the king
right.
of the LGBTQIA celebrity community.
Right.
DaBaby literally dug his own grave. And I just want to say, for all of the women, particularly Megan Thee Stallion, who have been antagonized by this man, and for all of the members of the LGBTQI community who felt antagonized and attacked by this man, that's what you get, nigga. Because honestly, first of all, when I saw, I usually like to avoid these kinds of things because I know DaBaby been on stupid things lately. So
yeah, he's been on goofy time for a long time.
Right? I was trying to avoid even seeing what else. Because one thing I will say about DaBaby is that I love the kind of father that he is to his children. And so when I finally decide, okay, I'm going to go look at the clips, I was like, how are you thinking about men sucking men's dicks in the parking lot during your Rolling Loud concert? In the homoerotica? What's going on? I have never been at work and just was sitting there thinking man, I bet you girls sucking coochie in the parking lot. That's never happened to me. That's never happened to me, Ron. It's never happened. So I just really gotta know, what was DaBaby thinking? What was actually going through his mind?
I get he had head on the brain. And the funny thing is that he first of all doubled down.
Me and all my fans at the show, the gay ones and the straight ones, we turn the fuck up
I'm talking about my boy that was at the front of the stage left over there by where I jumped at. Ask him. He got clips all on his shit. The whole night was recording. We were turned the whole night. My boy had the crop top on, front row.
You singled out some supposed, we don't even know if this person is real, but some supposed man in a crop top in the front row was enjoying your performance, and so therefore you're not homophobic. Just the ridiculousness of that statement.
Who could have been a straight man in a crop top, by the way.
Exactly, especially in 2021. And then he goes and says that his gay fans are too classy to suck dick in the parking lot.
I say, if you don't got AIDS, put a cell phone light up. I say, if you ain't suck dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights up. So I could drop my next song. I wasn't going on no rant. That's called a call to action. That's what that's called, because I'm a live performer. I'm the best live performer. I'm the live show killer. You interact with your fans. You get what I'm saying? Look, all the lights went up, gay or straight. You want to know why? Because even my gay fans don't got fucking AIDS, stupid ass niggas. They don't got AIDS. My gay fans, they take care of themselves. They ain't going for that. They ain't no nasty gay niggas. See what I'm saying? They ain't no junkies. You know what I'm saying? On the street. The hell you talking about, nigga? Then I said, if you ain't suck dick in the Rolling Loud parking lot, put your cell phone light up. You know what my gay fans did? Put that motherfucking light up, nigga. Because my gay fans, they ain't got niggas. They ain't going for that. They got class, nigga.
It was terrible and was just such a strong argument for publicists in 2021. Because I think because everyone because everyone has social media, and so they feel like they can speak to the public directly and that they know what to say for themselves. And clearly they don't, right? Like, he is just clearly too stupid to even understand how wrong he was.
But here's my thing. Like, normally I like to, I will try to understand both sides. DaBaby is a hood ass nigga. It's not like he has hung around super liberal people all of his life, that I'm assuming.
Right.
This is a man who, in defense of his family, killed a nigga in Walmart. So, I don't.
Did that guy actually die?
Yeah, he actually murdered a nigga.
Oh, you know what? Because someone mentioned that. I was like, I thought he just shot him in the arm. So the person died?
No, he actually murdered him. I
thought it was self-defense.
It is self-defense. It absolutely was.
Yes,
so there's absolutely, when he first came out, I was like, oh, that's sexy. He killed somebody. But
Thevey, you know what? We'll table that for another day.
I got a little hood rat in me a little bit.
Okay, all
just
right.
a little bit. But I've been trying to understand. But when I saw that video where, first of all, he brought up, first he tweeted that as a black man, y'all don't be supporting.
Right. No. So actually, the tweets came after the IG story where he said, "Oh, the guy in the crop top and my friends, my gay fans don't have AIDS. My gay fans wouldn't do that. Yada yada yada." And then he tweets that tepid apology about, LGBT, that's on you. Y'all do y'all, blah blah blah. And then to people with HIV and AIDS, I understand that was insensitive, blah blah blah. Clearly, someone got to him in the days that passed. But it was still a weak apology, and he clearly didn't sound like he knew what he did was wrong, right?
He doesn't, and that's what I'm wondering is, where are the white people around him? Where are the business managers? Where are the publicists?
Okay.
You can't tell me this man is not signed to a label. You can't tell me there's not gay people in his camp.
There might not be, number one.
Stylist?
But number two, my thing is we shouldn't need white people to tell us that certain things are wrong, right? Especially as people who are oppressed. And this is what I always say about how black people sometimes can be so kick up dust about racism, which we should, right? Because that is a terrible thing. But they can be just mad about racism, but completely ambivalent to every other struggle, even when these struggles also affect their fellow black people, right? And so I say this all the time, if some black people were not black, they wouldn't care about racism. because
Yeah, most
judging
black people are Republicans, and the only reason they don't vote Republican is
is
because
racism, low key.
racism. Yeah.
Right, low key. And so it's like, so clearly, if you can't extend yourself outside of your own personal experiences, how good of a person are you really? Right. And so it's really, really crazy. And also, I think, I don't know if I want to say this is a black people thing or maybe just a hip hop thing, but sometimes just incredibly like insular about just society. Like, because I think the mistake that he's making, the comments he made, is something that most people wouldn't make in 2021. So I don't know what to blame. Like, do we blame this on him being a rapper or him being from North Carolina? Like, I don't want to like lower the bar for rap or for being from the South. I feel like there are people who, they're rappers, they're Southerners who know better. And so, I mean, what do we blame that on, right? Do you just blame that on?
We blame that on, I mean, honestly, it is a black community thing. Like, don't get me wrong, homophobia does transgress like cultures for sure. Like, if we're looking outside the United States, it transgresses cultures.
Right.
But when it comes to the black community in particular, and black men in particular, certain black men, because I'm not going to say all at all, but like, the idea of their masculinity even being threatened a bit, and it is threatening to them that another black man could have the freedom to express themselves and not be not have their masculinity threatened. They've spent their whole lives upholding their masculinity. Like, this is what black men have to carry with them, you know, all day, essentially, when the system is bringing you down. And I'm not making excuses for him, because nigga, like, read the room. Just read the fucking room. Like, you know, you work in an industry with a lot of people who are gay, who are bi, who are lesbian. Like, you cannot be that stupid. I don't truly believe he's that stupid. What I do believe, though, is that when you look at, like, even the people who supported his antics, when you look at that level of misogyny that they carry for black women and women across the board, when you listen to the lyrics of his music, when you look at the way that he treats women on the stage, like, even in his performances where he's, you know, slapping women's asses and having them busted open in front of him, like, of course these are things that enforce his masculinity. Look at the way that I dominate. Another man being able to be free with himself, for some reason, threatens their masculinity. And honestly, I think it's a little bit of jealousy. You know, as women, I can be free with my sexuality. It's nothing for me to make out with a girl or for me to say I had sex with a girl. But for black men don't get to try masculinity. It's either one extreme or the other. There is no middle ground allowed for black men. So I can see how black men could feel that way when you have had centuries of your masculinity being threatened by white men and by white supremacy. But at this point, if you are not confident enough to not be threatened by the gay community, you want to be gay. And that's okay. Just dabble in it. Stop talking about it.
She said,
we're not going to judge it. Dabble in it. You find DaBaby. I'm sure there is some niggas out here who want to fuck you too. Just dabble in it. Stop talking about it and being threatened by it. It's weird at this point. Honestly, all of these men out here, like, oh, y'all gay. Oh, y'all sucking dick. Oh, I beat a gay nigga's ass. It's weird. I have never been that obsessed by somebody who I don't want to fuck. Now, for somebody I want to fuck, I'd be real obsessed. What's going on with them? How that dick like? What they be doing in the parking lot? But for you not to be gay and be that obsessed with what gay men are doing, you can't tell me that you're not a little bit interested. Boozy.
You know what? As I was just like saying, like, do I bring up Boosie or do I bring up T.I. first? You know what? Let's take it from the top. Let's take it chronologically. So T.I. was one of the first to jump in DaBaby's defense, and just he leaves a comment, I guess it was on probably the Shade Room, and goes, hey, if Lil Nas X can do what he wants, and so can DaBaby. Now, I don't know what parallel he's drawing there. So I'm just, I really sat back and was like, what is he, like, what is the connection there? And it's strange to me. Sometimes I really wonder, none at all. And first, he goes on Instagram Live after the fact and says,
if homosexuals have more rights than heterosexual people, just say that. Homosexuals have more rights than heterosexual people, then just say that. Let's let that be the law. Is that the law? But if you're going to have the WAP video, you're going to damn sure have the Lil Nas X video. And if you're going to have the Lil Nas X video and him living his truth, you gonna damn sure have people like DaBaby who gonna speak their truth.
He sounds just like a white supremacist. He sounds just like a white man saying, well, if Black Lives Matter, that means all lives can matter. Right. Why can't we say all lives matter?
Right.
Like,
except like he's making even less sense if that's possible. Like in the sense that Lil Nas X had nothing to do with DaBaby's performance, and there was nothing like I don't see the overlap at all. And honestly, sometimes I wonder if someone like sliced off a piece of T.I.'s brain and put it in the track. Like I don't know what's going on there.
Well, the thing is that you can be really like cerebral and intelligent, right? You know, T.I. be using big words. I'm sure this nigga be reading books. Not cerebral. But his emotional intelligence lacks. This man has no emotional intelligence. DaBaby has no emotional intelligence. Yeah, like emotional intelligence means that you can read a room. Emotional intelligence means that you can search patterns and say, oh, this pattern is like this pattern. Let me make a connection to it because it makes sense. Like this nigga, Lil Nas X is just chilling, right? He minding his own business. You can't say, oh, because Lil Nas X can be gay, DaBaby can be homophobic. What?
It is so ridiculous. I guess the explanation, if you will, would be that Lil Nas X is top of mind because he dropped that video on Friday where there's like
great content. Great content. Loved it. I'm not even a fan of Lil Nas X, but what I am a fan of, I'm a fan of authenticity.
Right.
I love it when people stand in their shit. I love it when people don't give a fuck what anybody else got to say and they're themselves, right? Especially when it's not harming another group of people.
Right.
And Lil Nas X has never came out and said, I hate straight people. Straight people fucking suck. If you were a man out here and you ain't been sucking dick, you trash and you the reason why the Black community is being destroyed. I've never heard Lil Nas X say that. However, I've heard T.I. say that. I've heard Boosie say that. I've heard DaBaby say that. I've heard Black straight men across the board say Lil Nas X is ruining the Black community by being himself.
Right. Well, to be fair, I don't want to ascribe any words to DaBaby that he did say, nor to T.I. T.I. didn't necessarily attack Lil Nas X directly in that way, but basically he just said by Lil Nas X existing, literally that's all, because that's all he's doing, that DaBaby is free to be homophobic, which is crazy, right? And also I have to challenge you, like, not only is he lacking in emotional intelligence, I also think he's lacking in intellect, because I just feel like there was an absence of logic in everything he said, and he was on IG Live for like 5 minutes, and it was very unfortunate. Now Boosie.
I'm sorry. That it was very unfortunate for just 5 minutes of live. Like niggas be on live for hours. You said just that 5 minutes was unfortunate.
It was really sad. But anyway, Boosie has jumped into the conversation and he has been the most brazen in his defense of DaBaby and also his attack of Lil Nas X.
Like Lil Nas say he wanted to perform naked for charity. Like, bruh, they don't tell him nothing. They should be picking sides, man. You don't tell this little faggot ass nothing. That's the most disrespectful motherfucker in the world. He say he won't get naked on stage. Nigga, they got kids to watch that shit. Niggas be taking it too far. Nigga, go suck a dick on IG, nigga. Get fucked in your ass.
Basically doubling down on T.I.'s line of argument and just sounding like a complete idiot. Now, mind you, Boosie had his children molested. And it's just like, and also he never misses an opportunity to like talk about, gay people. So that's another
But let's also be clear. Boosie said that he would jump on stage and beat Lil Nas X's ass if Lil Nas X ever did some gay shit during an award show, because there's children out there who are watching it and he's influencing their sexuality.
Nigga, everybody ain't with that. Nigga would beat your ass, bitch. Nigga would drag your bitch ass off stage, man. Everybody ain't with that, man. Yeah. You let me be in a building and you come on stage naked.
So first of all, Lil Boosie, don't you got like kidney disease or something? Lil Nas X will whoop your ass. He got about like 10 years, 20 years on your ass. He give you a swift kick in the kidney and you going down, my nigga. So stop the cat. So let's start there. Beyond that, You know that's not how sexuality works, right? I can bet money somebody in the prison that Lil Boosie went to can tell us that he fucked Lil Boosie. Because ever since Lil Boosie left prison, all he can talk about is gay men. He does not avoid an opportunity to talk about gay men, okay? And to have your son be molested by a grown woman just so that you say your son can practice, so your son won't be gay. You know that's not how sexuality works, right? But because he believes that's how sexuality works, I'm thinking he really thinks that the more women he has sex with or the more women he's around, he'll be less gay. Lil Boosie, lean into it. Like, just lean into it. It's okay if you're gay. It's okay that you like men. It's okay.
It's just I listen. It's impossible to say, but definitely
it's impossible to say, bro. It's impossible to say. Okay, maybe it's impossible to say with DaBaby, and maybe it's impossible to say with T.I. But with Boosie, we leaning towards 95% true here. Come on. Come on.
Listen, literally every tweet about him that was like, that went viral today was saying the exact same thing. So clearly, that's an overwhelming sentiment. I really think he just needs to lay off all of this, just stay off the internet. He keeps getting like banned from Instagram. Like, just chill out. Like,
he'd be like, Mark Zuckerberg, please. Please apply. Like, this nigga can't even say Mark Zuckerberg.
Right. It's just,
oh my goodness,
sad stuff.
Listen, now, black men, I just really, if black men are listening to this right now, black straight men, I just want you to know you are turning off your bitch by talking about gay men, okay? We as women find it very suspect for y'all to continuously talk about gay men. It concerns us because this in our minds means you have an obsession. It's an obsession. And if your obsession is with gay men, go be with a gay man. Actually, go to therapy first and figure out like whatever that hidden, the stuff that's going on underneath so that you can be authentically yourself. Because you don't have to do this. It don't got to be like this. You can be authentic. I know this world tells you can't, but please step up. You see the way Lil Nas X came out the closet? He also thought he couldn't be gay. He also thought it would backfire. He's at the prime of his career because he's authentically himself. Women love him, men love him, white people love him because he's authentically himself. Stop hiding it, okay? And if you're not really hiding it, stop talking about it. Focus on the bitches if it's really like that, for real. Jesus.
Well said.
Sorry, Lord.
No.
Bro, he like, how I get it?
That one. So it's funny, like the performance at Rolling Loud, it was just so multi-pronged. Like there's so much to talk about. So aside from all this other shit, he brought out Tory Lanez as his surprise guest. Now, mind you, Megan had performed maybe like 45 minutes prior. And so he said, oh yeah, I'll give you $1 million if you can guess who's like in this, costume or whatever. And it was Tory Lanez. And Tory Lanez, of course, has been on the high since that happened, has been like tweeting all types of nonsense. I'm not even bothering like reading what he tweeted. But the reason why he's an idiot and the reason why when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite is that he might have violated his restraining order because he's supposed to stay 100 yards away from Megan Thee Stallion. And she was backstage when he came on stage. And so he might be in trouble. And it's just stupid. Like,
I really hope he is in trouble, honestly. Like,
me too. Like
it's been too, like, I think the most interesting thing about like all of this that's been going on is that Black women have really come under fire with no support. I mean, the backlash has gone against Megan Thee Stallion for being a victim.
It's absurd.
It's absolutely absurd.
Like,
and the fact that Tory Lanez and DaBaby would collaborate with each other, like it's shiesty all around.
Yeah.
So take them both down. I don't care. Bye.
I don't feel bad for DaBaby, and honestly, Tory Lanez, I feel like his day is coming. Like, I mean, people seem to think that it didn't happen because he hasn't gone to trial yet. His day is definitely coming. Like, you don't get away with just shooting somebody. So
Literally, and people, it's funny how we've been watching Law and Order SVU all our lives, but all of a sudden, everybody forgot how the justice system works.
Right.
Everybody forgot a such thing as bail, and everybody forgot such things as trial dates being set. Like, I'm so confused.
Crazy, like, and it's just so weird how there's so many people who all of a sudden love Tory Lanez who clearly weren't fans before any of this.
I mean, because that's how misogyny works, right? Like, under misogyny, it's your masculinity is being threatened by this woman. Megan Thee Stallion is a tall, statuesque, big booty, you know, just big energy, big everything. Everything about her is big, right? And she tells men very often, you little dick ass niggas, if you ain't got the dick or the money for me, get out my face. And it's the same for the women around me, right? This is what she's empowering other women to say. This is a threat into small dick energy men. This is a threat to broke ass niggas. So of course I would align myself with who empowers me and not who disempowers me. It makes sense logically. I get it. But it's just also like, you could go get you some money and you could figure out, you know, what to do with your small penis. You don't got to project like this.
I just feel sad for Megan because honestly, I could have told her not to associate with Tory Lanez. There's something about, you know, this how, like, there's some people you just know to stay away from. And I
and a short man with a receding hairline is one of them.
See, back to the height. Back to the height is it. We could insult this man without talking about the fact that he's a dwarf. But either way, see now I'm in it too. See now I'm in it too. But anyway, listen, his day is coming, and we're just gonna sit back and watch, and just big L's all around for all parties involved.
DaBaby losing brand sponsorship.
Right, Boo Man dropped him. Like,
he was fucking with the wrong community. DaBaby, you can be as misogynist as you want to be. This world does not give a fuck about black women, so it does not matter. You can be as rude as you want to be to other black men because this world does not give a fuck about black men. Or black gay men for that instance, so it doesn't matter. But you forgot that the gay community includes white men, okay? And white women with access to power who run brands, who run companies. Baby, you fucked up. Mm-hmm. You fucked up.
I hate that the power dynamics work that way, but you said it right. So he's about to find out the hard way. All right, let's talk about Simone Biles, the greatest gymnast of all time. Yep, she pulled out of the team finals because she was having mental health issues, emotional issues. She had like a shaky landing earlier in the day, and so people assumed that she was injured, but she actually says she was fine physically, but she just wasn't feeling so great, emotionally. And so that was a team finals, and because we can assume, quite safely that because she pulled out, the U.S. got a silver medal and Russia got gold. And then today she pulled out of the all-around individual finals. And so now there's even more conversation. And of course, I love that people have been so generous with her and that she's generally gotten a lot of support. But, a part of me is like, at the risk of sounding like I don't care about mental health, because I actually do care a lot. Like, I mean, you've performed at this level before. You performed on this stage before. You have won on this stage before. So, I guess the question is, why couldn't you power through this time? Now, I understand that she's a human being and that we can't all be 100% every single day. So I can kind of answer my own question. But I guess when you're so used to someone being so excellent, it's kind of shocking. And so that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
For me. Yeah.
So I think that in particular, when you're a black woman, I ain't Simone Biles, so right. I'm not that amazing, but you make a lot of mental health sacrifices, a lot of relationship sacrifices, a lot of sacrifices to your time and your energy to make sure that you're that great, right? Simone Biles puts a lot of energy into her training, and she's won so many awards. I mean, you just like you said, the greatest gymnast of all time. She's already the greatest.
If she does nothing else, she's already literally. Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how many medals she wins. Like, it doesn't matter, you know, how great she makes the USA look in the middle of a pandemic at an Olympics that shouldn't be happening. Like, at this point in her career, she now has the freedom to say, I don't got to do this. I'm great regardless. And honestly, I love that for her. And I want that for more Black women, because if there's anything that I've noticed, when Black women get to the top, they be feeling like, oh, I got to maintain and stay to the top. I can't even slip up, not even once. I mean, we've seen how long Serena Williams' career has extended. She just now losing tournaments. Like, and they deserve that. They deserve the space to just take the time for themselves and not have to be great, to be normal, to win a silver medal. And it was so interesting because I agree with you, Ronte, in the sense of like, when I saw them silver medals, that picture, I was like, oh.
Damn.
Yeah, like.
Not silver.
Right? Like, it was kind of like, oh, okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
Y'all seem kind of a little.
White refrigerator.
Oh, not a white refrigerator.
It was definitely giving white refrigerator. Oh my, it was giving kitten heels. Like, it was giving like. Yo, like, I was really like, it was off-putting, like, but they seemed happy.
Yeah.
They seemed happy. So I can't even be mad at that. Like, sometimes coming second place is like, it feels good too. Like, that attention, I can't imagine how overwhelming it's been.
Right.
The pressure. Everybody's like, ooh, Simone Biles is going to take home the gold. What a great big fuck you to say, no, I'm not. I'm chilling.
And listen, and I get that, like, none of us can even imagine the amount of pressure it takes to not only perform at that level, but be the favorite to win. So I fully appreciate that. And that's why, like, you know, I definitely would give her grace. But I will be lying if I said there wasn't like a moment of like, oh, wow, like, how could she? You know, she's worked so hard to get here. How could she not go all the way through with this event that happens once every 4 years? You know, she's not going to have an opportunity to do this again. Well, I guess 3 years from now, because we missed it last year. But like, this is not something that happens every year. And, you know, athletes have limited time, right?
Yeah.
And so that to me, it was more like, oh, like, I guess I was sad that she wasn't going to add to her legacy in the way that I wanted her to. But ultimately, it's her legacy. And it's her career, and she gets to make that choice for herself. I guess the people who are arguing that, well, she's also representing America at the Olympics. This is not like a, you know, regular competition, and I can appreciate that. But, you know, listen, if you had better gymnasts, then why they ain't there? You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What has America done for her?
Right, and you know, so I guess the counter to that would be that I guess she shouldn't have gone at all, because there are other people who could have had her spot instead. But
they always going to be losers anyway. They was all going to be silver medalists. Look, y'all was going to win silver this year regardless. That is the point. Whether Simone, whether she was there or not, y'all, it was going to be silver regardless. Yeah. And with whatever Russia got going on, Russia was going to win gold regardless, because we know they do what they got to do. Okay?
Right.
So... If anything, I think people should be like, people really have to learn to give really great performers grace. I'm saying we, like, I'm a great performer, but anyway.
own it.
You know what? I'll be good at what I do.
Right. And you know what? Honestly, because it's coming on the heels of Naomi Osaka pulling out of competition because of mental health, and even I think there was a basketball player who also did the same, another Black woman, and so it's kind of interesting.
Black women are tired,
right? Well, yeah, that's one way of putting it, but another way is that I guess Black women are kind of leading the way as far as
but the thing is we've been leading the way. We've always been leading the way, and people have sat there and watched us for entertainment, taken in the entertainment. I mean, Black people as a whole, We literally lead the culture, and people will sit there and enjoy us for entertainment and not consider the toll of just us being Black in these spaces take on us. And when we finally decide, you know what, I'm going to put myself first, like, I just don't feel like it. You know,
Right.
sometimes I wake up and I just don't feel like being the extrovert at work. I don't feel like speaking up at every meeting. I don't feel like leading this session. Like, and I'm going to take a mental health day when I don't feel like it. Y'all can figure it out. Like, none of y'all got it. It's all on our backs. Like, I'm going to need more people to be less mediocre. Be less mediocre so that Black women can finally rest and be in our feminine energy and just enjoy the fruits of our labor without having to put... Why? Yo, Simone really put the whole team on her back.
Yeah, and even like they were crying when she said she couldn't like perform in the last round, right? And because they knew, I think they understood that she is the best gymnast on the team. So it's sad. I listen. I'm not, like I said, I have to speak my truth, and the truth is that I wish she just, stuck it out. But again, I understand that she's human, and I understand that she gets to make her own choices. I also understand that she doesn't really, really owe anyone anything. Despite the fact that she was representing America, but I get it. Like it's her life, it's her body above all, and so she doesn't have to use her body the way she doesn't want to. So there's that.
Absolutely, congrats, Simone.
Let's talk about Normani and that disappointing ass song she just put out.
Wait! This is not where I saw this going. Oh wow! Okay,
listen. I just got one question. Where are the hits? Like, where are they? She needs to stop playing on our time at this point.
You don't think it's catchy? Like, it's not catchy?
It's a lot of things. It is not catchy. Now, I will say that the music video is quite stunning.
Oh, fire. Absolutely
but like,
fire.
Jesus, the song, like, what the fuck? Like, I need her to step into her greatness, and she's yet to do that. I just don't know what it is. She's like, this is even worse than Motivation, and Motivation was pretty bad.
No. This is better than Motivation. Motivation was way worse. Motivation was way worse. But I will say, sadly, I agree with you. When I separate the song from the video, no, I'm not rushing to download it.
Exactly.
Normani is so talented vocally, right? And she's such a great dancer. But a lot of the times it's given Tinashe. Like, her and Tinashe...
You know what? Honestly, that's not even fair. Tinashe is a better singer, if we're being honest. And yes. I will say Normani is the better dancer. And maybe that makes better videos just because she dances so well and just has like, all those fashions or whatever. But just the song, like, Tinashe makes better music. Let's not even kid ourselves. But Normani...
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Tinashe's music. Both of them give me real, like... I don't know what it is. Like, it's not giving R&B, and I think we expect R&B from Normani, but it don't give full blown R&B.
It's giving rap singy, kind of like you rapping, but not really. But it's just, it's weird. I want her to really like give us melodies and like, get with some good writers. I don't even know what the problem is, because she's like, she has like Ariana and Ariana Grande's like team writing songs with her. Like, I think actually Ariana Grande co-wrote Motivation. So, it's sad. Now, I will say though, she's probably also suffering from being a dark-skinned Black woman, because I really do feel like the industry likes to hear R&B from white people these days. In the sense that like Ariana Grande can probably put out a similarly like weak song and go to number one with it. Like, for instance, like that fucking 7 Ring song was trash, but it was number one for like 11 weeks. That's a fact. It was number for 11 weeks. And so I think there's definitely that at play, but just objectively speaking, she's not putting out good music, and I need her to, like,
but urgently. I will say, like, what I do love about this song and what I do love about Normani is that, yes, the way that she dances, the court, like, first of all, her team, and getting Sean Bankhead to come and choreograph this video was very, very smart, because regardless of if the song is good or not without the video, everybody's still playing it because they love the video.
Correct.
everyone is, doing the TikTok dances to it. All of the choreographers are out here like really trying to get this down. And I think that was a smart thing. It's just like when it's up and it's stuck with Cardi B. Like, first of all, also, I don't know why Cardi B was on this song with Normani.
She didn't add to it. I get why. Again, it was there for, she needed to like borrow from the star power, right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the song is so weak that I don't think that it mattered that Cardi was on it. And also,
I hate rappers on R&B songs. Like, Wild Side, I'm guessing it's supposed to be a song, from what I understand, about, you see a fine man and you want him to pull up on you and you want to show him how wild you could get. Like, you want him to give you all of the energy. You want all the smoke. And so that to me sounds like it should be a sensual song, you know what I'm saying? Like, giving real, maybe Aaliyah vibes to it.
Apparently there was like a 1 in a million kind of reference to the song. I'm not sure if it was actually
getting Aaliyah from it.
Yeah, because I think Aaliyah's uncle had made a comment about the song. It was this whole thing about her like not speaking to him first before she referenced the song, whatever. But I don't think that's really her. That should be her lane. And even if she was gonna make that kind of that style of song, I think we just need stronger melodies. It's just she's not giving us anything to like. There's no melody at all.
I don't know. I'm going to give this song, because of the video and because of the choreography, the imagery, the way that they're promoting it, and the fact that everyone is playing it. I'm honestly going to say that this is the song that introduces a lot of people to Normani. This will be the song. I'm going to say that. If you can get a song on TikTok, get people to do TikToks to it, everybody putting it on their Instagram story, like, I'm thinking it's gonna catch on. I'm gonna give it to the fall to see what happens. But this may be Normani's breakthrough song simply because of the content she associated with it.
It's quite generous of you, but okay. Winners and losers, Thevey, I will let you go first.
Oh, okay. So my winners are, first, Black girls prioritizing their mental health.
Amen.
Love that for Megan Thee Stallion. She took a break from social media for a while and then came back happier than ever. Naomi Osaka telling everybody, fuck you and your opinion. It's okay for me not to be okay, and to not talk to the press, and to not do what I don't want to do. Simone Biles saying, I'm just not feeling it right now, and taking a break from the Olympics and stepping down. Like, I love that for them. I want us to prioritize our mental health more. A lot of Black women feel like they have to sacrifice so much of themselves to make sure that everybody else is happy. But you cannot set yourself on fire trying to make sure that everybody else has light. So congrats to you all the Black women out there prioritizing their mental health. My second winner is spinning the block. Everybody who is out there spinning the block. Jay-Z spin the block back towards Kanye West and was on a Kanye track. Yes. I love that. Giving real bestie energy. J-Lo spin the block back to Ben Affleck. She wearing a Ben necklace. Okay. I love the energy. Spin the block. If it is healed and it is healthy and y'all have talked about it, go ahead and spin the block one time. It's okay. It's okay. It's not for me though. So my ex is out there. I'm trying to stop with the toxicity. So, if you used to fuck with me, it's too late to fuck with me again. All right.
She said it's stuck.
New niggas only. New niggas only. My losers are the Black community's homophobia. The response to R. Kelly potentially molesting boys was some very wild shit to me, because this man done molested a lot of Black girls, and not we all, because I wasn't part of that, but blamed it on the parents for even letting those girls get near R. Kelly, whether it was for their music careers or whatever it may be. But somebody drops, the court drops the allegations of him potentially molesting boys, and now all of a sudden it's, he was touching boys, that's disgusting, that's nasty, I can't believe him. You can't believe so you thought that he was just out here molesting girls and it was okay? Protect Black women. Stop playing with us. Like, that's ridiculous. Also with the Black community's homophobia, leave Little Nas X alone. Y'all really on his dick right now for him displaying the same kind of sexual energy that your favorite rappers do. Your favorite rappers will get on a track and say, "Oh, shorty gave me top. I'm fucking with that mop head. And if your bitch a bop, I'ma give her this dick, whatever." Like whatever the fuck y'all be saying on the track, y'all be saying it and it be like, "Oh, this a fucking bop." Because I say that too. I definitely be like, "Oh, he said two bitches giving him head. Oh, this a bop. This a good song." Give Little Nas X the same energy or mind your damn business. He's allowed to kiss a man on TV. It's not going to turn your kids gay unless your kids are already gay. Then it didn't turn them gay. They was just gay already. That's okay. It's genitals and people. It's not that serious. Stop being pressed over other people's genitals. It's very, very weird. Worry about who you fucking. Worry about what your coochie is doing and what your dick is doing, okay? Because all of y'all giving real weak dick energy and weak pussy energy. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm resonating with. Because if your sex life was popping and you was really coming like you should be coming, you wouldn't be worried what other people's doing. I just got to say that. And then my last loser is people who ignore Black women's pain and when Black women say this is wrong. For all of you who ignored Megan Thee Stallion in support of Tory Lanez and support of DaBaby, fuck you. For everyone who has something to say about Naomi Osaka and Simone Biles, fuck you. For everyone who ignored the fact that Aaliyah was 15 years old when she married R. Kelly, and all of the women that R. Kelly molested, well, not even women, girls that R. Kelly molested, fuck y'all. Y'all gotta stop ignoring Black women's pains. We are victims too. We are sensitive too. We are vulnerable too. And we deserve the same care and protection that y'all give white women, Asian women, Latinx women, that y'all give our counterparts, okay? We are not so strong that we can carry the weight of the world and carry our own weight too. Do not wait for us to break down for you to give us support. Don't wait for these men to go to jail and get convicted for you to give us support. Give us support when we tell you that something is wrong. And
Amen.
that's it.
Amen. Amen. So it's when I saw a pretty cool quote about Simone Biles, and it said, "She said she's the goat, not the mule." I thought that was pretty clever.
I love that.
Yep. All right, let me get to my winners. My first winner is LeBron James, who is the first NBA player to earn $1 billion while still active in the league. He has earned $300 million in player salary and $700 million in endorsements and merchandising and a whole bunch of other things. So shout out to LeBron. And my second winner is Michaela Cole from I May Destroy You. She has been added to the cast of Black Panther, the sequel. So that's pretty dope. And I'm actually now, for some odd reason, now I'm more excited just knowing that she's in it. I'm a bit of a fan. And then my third winner is Giannis Antetokounmpo, my fellow Nigerian who is now an NBA champ. And
I love him.
Yeah, right.
He's so adorable.
He and two of his brothers are now champs now. So big shout out to the whole family. And now for my losers, of course I'm going to start with the obvious ones. T.I. for obvious reasons, Lil Boosie for obvious reasons, Tory Lanez for obvious reasons, and of course DaBaby for obvious. We've discussed them enough, and also DaBaby, just released like a music video in the last 3 hours where he references, AIDS. He claims he filmed the video the day before Rolling Loud. I almost kind of not believe him, but who knows? But yeah, my second loser is Jeff Bezos. Because while his wife is trying to save the world and literally giving the biggest gifts ever to a variety of institutions, he is going to the edge of space for literally 10 minutes and blowing billions of dollars to do that, and just being ridiculous. I mean, listen, it's his own money and he doesn't owe us anything, but it this whole space race thing it doesn't feel right. Like, just these billionaires just playing around, going to space while people literally can't eat here on Earth is ridiculous. And then he lands on Earth, and he says he wants to thank his employees for making this possible. His employees who literally can't take bathroom breaks unless they get fired. Yeah. It's just, the whole thing is just wild.
It was very, it was wild because that was very blatant.
Like what?
Thank you fucking peasants. I
What?
made it to space.
Right. It felt like it was out of a movie, except it was actually real life. Very, very, very.
Well, you know, people say he's that guy Lex Luthor.
No, he is real life Lex Luthor. It's really like quite astonishing. And then of course he rounds it all out by giving a donation to Jose Andres, which he is a legitimate like charity person. He's like a chef and who also does a lot of like things to help restaurant workers stay afloat and help people get food. But he gave another $100 million to Van Jones. And I can't quite understand that one. I think Van Jones is like just that black guy that every white person likes, and it's really odd. And a part of me is almost impressed with how much of an opportunist he is and how he knows how to like just place himself, I guess, beside people with power. And it's quite like I'm impressed, but also disgusted. And so Van
heavy
Jones
on both for sure.
Right. And like literally they can do whatever they want with the $100 million. So like, you know, if they could literally pocket it if they wanted to. So yeah, there's that. And my next loser would be the anti-vaxxers who are about to send us in another lockdown with the way shit is looking. Because, you know, the CDC is now slowly like rolling back all the, you know, freedoms that they gave us as far as like masking and being able to take your mask off, because we're getting like crazy new numbers. We got 88,000 cases on, I want to say Tuesday, and that was the highest daily count since March. So it's not looking good at all. And yeah, I need everyone listening, if you haven't gotten the vaccine, please go get it. Like it's actually like, please, like.
Do you think we'll actually go back on lockdown though? In the United States of America?
I mean, it's, who knows? We'll see. Like, I think if we get like January type numbers where we're getting 300,000 cases a day, we might have to lock down. But, you know, I think we've gotten to a place where 48% of the population is vaccinated. And so I think America will try to just make it work. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure.
I can't wait for the history books to say, so during that pandemic, because of the vibes, they said, fuck everybody who dying.
Right.
It's the vibes for me.
Right. It's summer 21. And then Kanye West is my next loser with, you know, just his album that still hasn't dropped. And it's funny, I was actually going to listen to the album if it dropped on the day that they said it was going to drop, but it didn't. And so now I'm back to my senses and remember that he is canceled, and I will not be listening. And you know, I did listen to like snippets, and I have to say a lot of it was good. But good. Unfortunately, I hate that it was. But you know, listen, I think we have to hold his feet to the fire, and I think we have to remember what he did these last 4 years and just how horrible it was. You know, saying slavery was a choice, and going so far out of his way to get Donald Trump reelected. Like our memories, you know, cannot be that short. Like we really need to.
Oh no, my memory not short. I'm literally just choosing to ignore what happened 6 months ago.
Oh,
I'm choosing. Like none of our memories are short.
Heard you. So what do we call that then?
It's called like just accepting people for who they are. It's called growth. Listen, I'm in a place where I am not trying to control anybody. Growth. I am growing and learning to accept people as who they are.
Heard you.
And accept this great content from Kanye West, who about to drop the hottest gospel album of the new millennium.
You know, I'm going to let you live, but it's just, you guys are something else. That's all I'm going to say. Now, my final loser, and I'm saying it's a couple, so my losers are Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. You know what? Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, and Dax Shepard, because we can't let him go off either. But they were on Dax Shepard's podcast, Armchair Expert, and they were talking about how they don't shower regularly.
Waded perfectly into a pre-existing argument between Monica and I. We've been fighting for a month now. I told her to stop washing her body with soap. I said, tits, slits, and pits. That's an Armchair. He came up with that, not me.
And then I added souls and holes.
Souls and holes. Yeah. But you should not be getting rid of all the natural oil on your skin with a bar of soap every day. It's insane.
Do you guys wash your whole body?
Water.
I don't wash my body with soap every day.
Okay, good. That's good. That's
Okay.
But I wash pits and tits and holes and soles.
Slits.
I wash the slits. I wash my slits and my tits.
I wash my armpits and my crotch daily and nothing else ever.
It was just some weirdo shit, right? And so I don't even want to like start stereotyping, but I will just say that anytime I hear some shit like this, it's always being said by people of a certain hue, and it makes me a little worried. And I am just like, also, oh yeah, they don't wash their kids either unless they actually see dirt. So leaving like, unless your kid's like skin has like mud on it, they do nothing about it. Like as far as
generational.
It's unfortunate, and I am disgusted. Any thoughts on that?
I am truly disgusted also, simply because of the fact, like, have you ever you took a shower the night before, you woke up in the morning, maybe went about your day, you went outside. The moment that you hit outside air, you are no longer clean. And what is really disturbing about it is that white people have spent centuries pushing propaganda that says Black people are dirty, Black people are lazy, Black people are unclean. Meanwhile, y'all not even taking y'all got bath day out of the week.
I hate it.
And you're passing it down to your children.
It's just...
And we've told you smelled like wet dog before. I know you've heard it. I know you heard the stereotype, and you still rocking with the not taking a shower every day, huh? It's very wild.
In the middle of the pandemic.
In the middle of a pandemic. Just coronavirus just sitting on the skin. Just sitting in the bed. I'm never booking an Airbnb under a white host again. Never. It's not happening anymore. Okay? You ain't taking a shower before you hop in your bed. Your sheets are not clean.
I tell people all the time, once I leave my house, I can't even like sit on anything. Like I have outside on me. I'm probably on the other end of like the extreme, but still, like I can't imagine going into my bed, having been outside and not shower. That is wild.
It's very wild, especially because like celebrities live in like these populated cities, so they either be in New York or they be in LA, where the air is disgusting. The air is disgusting in both locations.
Oof.
Sorry, New Yorkers. Y'all know I fuck with y'all. I'm going to have a bunch of New Yorkers in my DMs like, yo, what you say?
It's just nasty. But yeah, those are my last losers. And yeah, and nothing else. Anything else to add?
I don't have anything else to add except for please bathe. That's it.
Yes, please. All right, that's our episode, Thevey. This was just a blast, as always.
As always. I always have a good time with you.
Right, of course. Likewise. So before you leave, let the people know where they can find you on social media.
Yes, you can find me and my filthy mouth. I promise you, I am not this filthy on my Instagram, maybe a little bit on my Twitter. But both of those are MSTHEVEY. That's Miss Thevey. Follow my Instagram to just see me being cute and having fun, and get to know me in person to hear me talk like this often.
Nice. And also, before we leave, I want to say a big fuck you to the person who is using you to catfish on Instagram.
Oh my God.
I honestly, I hope that page been pulled down.
I hope it was pulled down too. That shit was so weird. And to block me so that I can't report you.
That's scary.
I did something.
That is frightening.
Yeah, I hope that page is taken down. You people on the internet are very weird. I don't live and a lot of people were like, oh, look at you, you're popular. I don't live my life for the internet. If I'm going to be popular, I'm going to be popular in real life where I can actually get money for it and I don't spend my whole day attached to my phone. Yeah. So ain't nothing about that made me happy. That was really weird. And for those who thought that I would actually make an OnlyFans page, yo, wow. Do y'all even know me?
Right. Just ridiculous. But
I'm talking to you, Kenny, if you listening to this.
Anyway, episode 45, No Hipsters Pod. Talk to you next time. Bye.